Need something to anchor this tablet.
Oh, you can use your boot stand?
Hmm?
You can use your boot stand?
It's not, it won't stretch wide enough for the tablet. Alright, sweet. Thanks, sir. Got this in Mexico back in January on my trip down there. So,
Found mine on my hat.
yeah. It's my new thing for a while here. So, I'm trying to get some more people to chime in here, so bear with me here, folks. Oh no, not Fandango.
Oh, you gonna use the blue thing?
Huh?
You gonna use the blue stand?
No, if you want to, go for it.
Just, you want Tennessee Dan?
I'm on all of it.
Okay.
If you blink, you just might miss her. The old depot burn.
What do people comment on and watch the most? Tennessee or the other one?
The other one.
Daniel L. Ray?
Yeah.
I was raised where I'll spend the rest of my day. My roots are buried deep here in this town.
Jeez.
One of these days,
Alright.
Is that, which one is that one?
This is Insta, Facebook, YouTube. Alright. I'm just trying to get people to switch over to my Tennessee Dan account so I can have my private account back. I don't know, should I just go ahead and bite the bullet and...
It wouldn't, because when I bump it, it'll go to Tennessee Dan.
Okay.
Who's watching?
Well, on Facebook, you right now.
That's it?
Yeah, but on Instagram, hey Amy, how are you? Gilbert's Guns, the weather down here is actually kind of nice. It's a little breezy with, what, 50s, 60s down here?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. You know, early spring weather. Juan Eater all day, what's up, man? I was actually in your neck of the woods today. Let's turn off the music here. I was actually down in Tucson today. I wish I'd had more time. I would have come and swung by your house.
He down in Benson?
No, he's actually down in Tucson. I used to work with Juan.
Okay.
Finally getting some snow up in Idaho. Hey, Race Gun Taylor. How are you tonight? 8 inches of snow last night in Idaho. Wow.
Thought there was global warming.
I don't know. 8 inches of snow sounds pretty freaking cold to me. What do I know?
Is that a lot for March, or is that kind of a whim?
I don't know. It was a rude awakening.
Yeah.
I think everybody's had a pretty warm winter this year, except for the Northeast. Turned spring back. Amy's back in Tennessee. So, will you do me a favor, since you're kind of off camera for the moment?
Unload them.
Yeah, unload that.
What the hell is this? Steel case?
Yeah, I gotta burn through some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't had much snow this year. Good to join you all. Yeah, Juan, this is a genuine Mexican hat, my friend. I got this in Cabo San Lucas. I had to haggle for this thing in Spanish to get this at the price I got it. So, all right, things to cover this week. I had a surprisingly long weekend. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm here doing the show this week. So, we got to find a better camera for Instagram. Anyway, so I had to do some traveling this weekend for some family issues that came up. And on my trip, yeah, I know I'm loco, man. That's nothing new. I think we established that when I was working with you at the office. But anyway, so on my travels this weekend, we had to go down. What?
Sorry.
What?
You don't smell that.
No, I don't. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I took some guns with me this weekend, and so I wanted to. Well, can you take the bullets out of that?
Oh, the magazine.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually unload the magazine there.
I thought you just wanted the gun unloaded.
So, got a couple people from Idaho tonight. So anyway, so I thought I would talk about the reason that I actually bought a Glock a couple of years ago and the versatility of what I did with it. So, sorry, I keep looking over, seeing what my friend is doing off to the side here. Anyway, so this is my Glock 17. I think you guys have, if you're watching me on any kind of consistent basis, you've seen this before. This is my Glock 17, full size with the threaded barrel, all that good stuff. This is the standard size mag that comes with it, and it goes right in, okay? So, the reason I got this, and I actually did a fair amount of research on this before I bought either gun. This is, uh-oh, and there goes YouTube. This is a Kel-Tec Sub 2000. One of the reasons I bought this is because of the way it folds up, and it travels nicely. Okay. One of the other reasons I bought this is because this is the same magazine from my Glock, and it fits right in there. These are both chambered in 9mm, and yeah, that tablet just does not like to stay. There we go. Here we go. Alright. Anyway, so these are both chambered in 9mm, so they take the same bullets, same magazines. And
How many does that hold?
this is a 17.
Okay.
I,
Did you bring your stick?
no, I didn't. Out in the van, I actually have a couple 30 rounders.
I'm gonna grab one.
Yeah. Totally unprepared for tonight. It's in the driver's side door. Alright, so anyway, I bought this for the versatility's sake because my wife, she carries 9mm. I carry 9mm now, and so we wanted something that could handle a fair amount of rounds, be discreet when we need it to be discreet, and still, you know, the versatility of going back and forth. So this way, instead of buying 2 or 3 different rounds, I can buy just the one. And this little thing, this is my Jerry Rig little latch point here for my, what do you even call that thing?
Sling.
Sling, thank you. My brain is fried right now. This is my sling loop. I made it out of some 550 paracord. So, oh, thank you. Alright, so, there we go.
You know what that's called right there?
Happy Stick?
America.
America. That's right. America. And I shot this when I bought this. Back here in this little section, there was actually there were 4 little damper pads in here to help with the shock absorption. But the funny thing is, this is only 9mm. This does not kick like high-powered rifles.
Right.
So
I think the person you bought that from was kind of a pussy.
possibly.
It's a 9mm. Come on.
So anyway, he's gonna troll you bad for that later. You know that, right?
That's okay.
That's all right. He does that anyway.
Uh-huh.
He's my dedicated troll. I'm sure he'll catch this later. Anyway, so I took it out, cleaned it up, and it works just like a charm. Anyway, so the one thing I will say about this, for the short mags, I haven't had any problems going back and forth with the long mags. I've had one definite issue come up, and that has been the long mags have got to be Glock brand. They've got to be a name brand extended mag, because if you go, like I went to a local hunting store, I'm not going to name names because they're not paying me to, but a very large hunting store over by the stadium, and I bought a 32 round mag, and it jams every time I get to about halfway.
Okay.
Every time. And so I was going to throw it away, but then I decided, I need to train for jams, because jams do occur in the field. And so that is my crap mag for when I go out when I go do a range day and I decide I want to. Don't get Pro Mags. Pro Mags suck.
Oh, is that what it was?
It's a Pro Mag. I'll trash on Pro Mag. I'm not going to trash on the store. But,
sure.
But, yeah. Pro Mags suck. No, it's not Dick's. Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm going to talk some mad trash about them tonight.
Yeah, talk crap about Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't go there, you don't know Dick. So, all right. So Dick's Sporting Goods. All right. So the Sandy Hook tragedy happened a few years ago, and they started wussing out back then. They took a bunch of AR-15s and semi-automatics off their shelves back then, and being the constitutional person I am, I couldn't let that go. So, I was interested in Dick's Sporting Goods because they have some very large stores with a lot of selection in there. But they took away something that us constitutional people, don't take for granted.
Right.
And it was, I understand why they did it, but it's like, when drunk people commit a DUI, you don't take the car away from the sober driver.
Right.
Right.
Well, and you also don't blame the car.
Right. You don't blame the car. So, but Dick's, like so many other establishments, took the knee-jerk, I want to make everybody feel good reaction. And so they took away their semi-autos and their ARs back then. And now they've done it in the rest of their stores. And I guess they own another chain of hunting and fishing stores as well that I didn't know about. And that's where they're actually taking the ARs out of now.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, don't go to Dick's. Don't buy at Dick's. Don't buy anything at Dick's.
I never have gone to Dick's.
It's actually a really nice looking store. Oh, I got a phone call, and I'm going to have to decline, and I'm sorry to do that, because I need to talk to that person. Oh, well. Yep.
Let's hear your comments, guys. Comment in. What do you guys think? Give us your opinions, your thoughts, for or against.
Dick's is dead. Let's see. Homegrown Lunch Meat says, Dick's is dead to me. Yes. Dick's is worthless. Don't shop there. Don't buy there. I'm not even going to put a hashtag on them because they don't deserve it, you
No.
know. But just, it's kind of like Paris Hilton. If you want to make it go away, ignore the problem.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
if you remember Miss Hilton, she was getting a lot of publicity about 10 years ago for being a slut on TV.
Yeah.
Right, well, the best way to get rid of those people on TV is to ignore them.
Right.
And so the best way to make any kind of...
You remember that farm, that show she was on where she went to like Alabama and all those southern states and she worked on people's farms?
Yeah, and they all hated her.
And they all hated her.
Uh-huh.
And she made it a point to just look absolutely stupid and have no idea what she was doing. Remember, did you ever watch that show?
For about 2 minutes, and I
Yeah.
couldn't stand it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they made that show, but there's a lot of shows on TV nowadays that are just stupid.
Well, that goes back to somewhere around 2000, 2001, there was a writer's strike in the Hollywood circles.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Seinfeld actually got in on this because what happened was the writers were on strike because they deserved more money because they, the actors and producers and everybody else was getting more money out of the TV shows, but they were screwing the writers over, so the writers went on strike. And so what happened was Hollywood decided to fire all the writers that went on strike. And that's why we have so many reality shows now, is because, a reality show you can script real easily. You can script it on one sheet of paper.
Right. I mean, you can script it, but there's not really a script, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, I mean, everything. My dad used to work for ABC years ago, and we talked about unscripted stuff. Everything in Hollywood, if it's on TV, it has to have a script.
Sure.
So, but a script is one sheet of paper saying, the host introduces the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then contestants run the obstacle course, and then
Right.
you have witty banter, and then the credits roll. I mean, that's your script. So,
Interesting.
I mean, unscripted is everything has a script in Hollywood, even if it's unscripted.
Right.
Yes, the Glock with the 30-round happy stick in it.
31 round.
30. Actually, this is 33. It
Oh.
says 31.
Oh, you can squeeze
You
two
can
more?
squeeze 2 more in here. America and Austria, I guess. Anyway, but yes. Anyway, so what was your point about Paris Hilton and her farm show, other than her being stupid?
They'll just go make anything
Oh, yeah.
that they want and people will watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that Hoarder show and what was that, Honey Boo Boo? That was it
gosh.
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo. Man, that...
The most redneck, filthy people you can imagine, and they made a TV show about it.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Like, and people actually watched it.
The South has enough bad stereotypes. We don't need help.
Yeah.
But, Homegrown Lunch Meat, no, this is a Glock 5.
No, I like it. Is it 5th generation?
Oh,
maybe?
5th gen? No, this is a Glock 17 Gen 3 that I stippled myself. I did some grip reduction on it, and I modified the trigger guard. And
Just do a close-up on that.
yeah, there we go. Glock 17 Gen 3.
Gen 3.
Gen 3. Because at the time when I got this, the Gen 4s were out and supposedly had been fixed because there were some mechanical problems with the Gen 4s for a while. I wasn't ready to take that chance, so I got a 3. And then...
Hold on, I just thought of something. I got to do something real quick.
I need to go to bed. Yes, I do need to go to bed.
So this is my Glock 40. This is my problem solver right here. That's what happens when you don't want to eat the business end of this here. My Glock 40.
Glock
I just had to
40.
do that. Remember that show? What was that? Drugs Inc. The guy holds up a freaking high point. It says, "Oh, this is my Glock 40,
Oh yeah,
my problem solver."
that's a good show.
They don't even make a Glock 40.
That's actually a pretty good show. So anyway, so this is
Gilbert's not. It's a Glock 17.
it is a Glock 17, not the 17L.
17 threaded.
Yes, it is the 17 with the threaded barrel. With, I might add, the Austrian reverse thread 1/13 pitch.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, this is the factory pitch. We went to now with this Glock. We went to a silencer show. What is it? Last year?
Yeah, Mr. Silencer.
Mr. Silencer, yes, and they were letting us play around with their silencer products that they had.
Conjugal visits.
Yes, and that's how I found out exactly what thread this is, because we tried it on 2 other cans, and they like, oh, this has the factory barrel. It's reverse thread, and it's that weird Austrian pitch. So anyway, so here's this, the 33 round mag in there. Here it is in here, and this is why I got this, because if one gun fails, it still works in the other. I have a backup for my backup. So
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second.
all right.
So what to the people that would say, "Oh, you have a handgun cartridge in a rifle," what would you have to say to that? When, like, if you have a rifle, wouldn't you want a more powerful round? What would you say to that?
I would say,
Sorry to put you on the spot here too, by the way.
okay, no, it's actually a very good question though.
Okay.
It's a legit question. All right, so first of all, we know that with a longer barrel, it gives the powder a chance to burn more. So therefore, the 9mm same 9mm bullet coming out of this is actually going to move a little faster than one coming out of the Glock, because it's had a more controlled time to burn. Therefore, the bullet is traveling at a higher velocity.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I do want a higher, more powerful bullet, but when this is what I can afford on a budget, and I can shoot 33 rounds, out of my carbine length gun here, it makes a little bit of a difference. And also with having a rifle, I mean, with a pistol, this is essentially your grip.
Right.
With a rifle, you get a third point of stability, which is the shoulder. Your pistol,
Show them.
so you get a third point of stability because you have the shoulder, you have your grip, and then you have your foregrip. Okay, so it also helps with aiming. It helps getting the thing downrange. So I mean, there are some actual tactical, mechanical advantages to using a carbine length, even with a pistol round. Also, like I said, though, it's because the interchangeability, I can just buy one type of magazine, one type of bullet, and I can actually get bulk discounts because now I'm just buying more of the same stuff.
Right.
Instead of having to go, oh, I need this for my AR, that for my AK, this for the other thing. Just...
Danny, welcome Danny on Facebook here. Yeah, this is a pretty regular show. We try to do this every Sunday night. I share it with Nothing Fancy in the PS90 group, and thank you for watching.
We do appreciate it. Share, like, subscribe. We also post this on YouTube every week. Granted, our cinematography is actually probably better on Facebook right now than YouTube, at least for our weekly show. The big thing about our YouTube channel is we go do some field testing, and also we have a little fun with explosive targets. I'll just say it, tannerite. yeah, but yes, we try to do this every week. And so, yeah, please share this with your friends. And if you have any good comments or smart aleck comments, we take all kinds.
Sure. I was thinking before we commented on that. Next time you get a bunch of laptops for a very good price, I have a suggestion for you.
Let other people know.
No, that too. Like the guy sitting next to you. But that right there, you need to upgrade that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. PS90 and the FN57. So you have your FN57 pistol and your PS90, and they both shoot the same round just like that. And it's a more powerful round. And with the PS90, you get 50 rounds instead of 30, 31.
I see where I like this. That's some good some good thinking right there. We actually know a combat vet who has an FN57.
Yes, we do.
And we need to get him on. He would love to be on here with us.
Yeah, I think he would.
Well, he's already said he would.
Okay.
So we just got to schedule that out. Yeah, Tannerite. Yeah, I get my Tannerite online. I'm not going to say where just because is the YouTube show Tennessee Dan as well. That's the thing. It's going to be Tennessee Dan. The YouTube right now is listed as a bunch of letters and numbers, and I need 33 more followers so that I can have my Tennessee Dan tag. So,
Danny, there will be a link to...
There will be a link.
His YouTube page when we're done here. So if you want to subscribe to it, it'll help him out a lot.
Yes, we appreciate it. And I'm getting some tech support, and there's also a coming... I know I keep promising this thing, but it is in the works. It keeps getting worked on. TennesseeDan887.com is in the works. You can go there now, but there's nothing to see. But...
So do you have? How does that work? Do you reserve it, or
What,
the Tennessee Dan 887 is it reserved so no one else can take it? That way, when you get 100, you can have it, or can someone else theoretically take it right now before you?
The Tennessee. Oh well, there's the .com, then there's the YouTube. The .com I own outright because I went through and actually paid for the rights to.
I'm talking about YouTube.
The YouTube.
Yeah.
If somebody goes in and takes that title Tennessee Dan, right now they can have it. It's legally not mine. But odds of that happening are very slim. And so, but yeah, anyways, we get this thing growing and moving. We get close to that 100 mark. We'll be doing, by the way, for the 100 mark, we will be giving away some money when we hit 100 people on our YouTube channel. So if you want to be in the drawing, follow the link after we're done tonight and go there, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, you're already in. You're already in the drawing. But share, like, subscribe, and we will be giving away some money when we hit that 100th follower on YouTube, because that'll actually give us the Tennessee Dan tag right there as well. Shared it for you. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate it. So,
let's talk more about the Keltec there.
The Keltec.
What generation is that?
This is the Gen 1, and if you'll notice, it does not have a lot of the tactical furniture on it that the Gen 2 has. It's also an OD green, which means olive drab green if you're not familiar with the tactical lingo out there. But this is what I had available at the time I purchased this, and so I got a deal on this that I couldn't pass up at the time. So now there are aftermarket parts, especially to replace this foregrip here, to where you can get the nice rails like you would see on an AR-15, where you can tack on all your gear and this and that. So it is possible to get this. I actually called Keltec directly about this because it's a Gen 1. Now the Gen 2, it already comes with a bunch of the new features on it. The foregrip is different. The coloring is all black. It's got the rails. It's got some places to... They actually make a Keltec brand flashlight that hooks on right here.
Oh.
And so, I mean, if you want to go all like Keltec fanboy,
Yeah.
you can go Keltec fanboy with it.
Now with the flashlight, can you still collapse it?
Yeah,
fully with the light on there?
if you get the Keltec brand flashlight, yes.
Okay.
Because it goes right there. And if you... Well, I don't know if you can get to the video anymore. On the Military Arms channel on YouTube, you'll see Max shooting what I believe is a Gen 2 version of this.
Okay.
And he actually has a red dot scope with a swivel mount on it. Because they actually make one, and it fits on right about here in the middle. And it works great. I mean, anyway, so you can swivel it out, fold it up, and then swivel it back. So it looks like when this thing is all folded up, it looks like you got just a little hook here helping keep this in.
Gotcha.
So
That's cool. It's compact.
it is compact, and
You could almost fit that down your pants. Almost.
almost, if it's in a backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good backpack gun.
It is a good backpack gun. This is when I started thinking about this during the election cycle, when it was Trump versus Hillary, and specifically when Trump started talking about coming to Arizona for his political rallies. He came to Arizona to Scottsdale for his first big political rally here in our state, and some of the idiots tried to shut down roads and this and that. And one of the things, because I had heard talk on other gun channels on YouTube about having a truck gun, which actually is a good idea.
Right.
Because we actually have a lot of cartel activity here in Arizona anyway. So between cartels and extreme activists,
Yeah.
it's a good idea just to have something to protect yourself.
Sure.
And so, so anyway, I started thinking about this, and it's like, I need something that's compact, concealable, and I don't want to have to buy 20 different types of bullets. And so, did some research, and this is what I came up with. And it's been a good gun. It's not, I mean, this is definitely not a sniper weapon by any means.
Sure. I would say, what, maybe 100 yards?
If,
Yeah.
maybe 50 to 75.
I mean, it with this setup here, you're kind of limited on the round, the ballistics of the round instead
Right.
of the rifle itself. I believe.
Well, you're limited a little bit of both. If you have that red dot sight with the swivel mount, I think that actually increases the accuracy a little bit
Sure.
versus...
Then-
Because this has something on it, and I don't know if you guys can see this at home. There's a little pinhole sight right back here. And anyway, this is something akin to a ghost ring sight. And yes, I'm pointing the gun at each of the cameras. So this is essentially a ghost ring sight. The ghost ring referring to the circle around the actual sight in the middle. I'm honestly not a huge fan of the ghost ring sight method. It's okay. I mean, for what it is, it's good.
Yeah.
You know, and I never got this, you know, with any pretenses of trying to make it something it's not. This is, you know, this is like defending yourself with no more than, you know, like a street block down.
Yeah.
You know, this is, you know, this is a fairly close in, I got to get the heck out of Dodge kind of gun.
Right.
And that's all I've ever intended it to be. So
It's not a bad choice. It does its job.
it does its job. It does its job. And do I need to upgrade it? Absolutely, yes, I do. I'm wanting to build an AR. I want to build a lot of things.
Yes, we all do.
We all do, don't we? I'm also working on here's where I'm divided. Do I go tactical next, or do I go hunting? Because I do want to go hunting later this year. I have a shotgun, and Justin and I have been talking about a lot of gun-related ventures this year, and we've been talking about javelina.
Javelina, bear.
Bear, yeah. Bear's kind of a long-range process for me. Eventually I want to go on a bear hunt in Alaska. My wife is somewhat okay with the idea, but her qualification for that is I have to do an Arizona bear hunt first.
Darn it.
Darn. Do the small bear
Yeah.
that's my size.
Yeah.
And then we can go up to Alaska a couple of years later and get the big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, because she figures, once I know how bears react, because, whether it's big or smaller, all bears kind of think alike.
Sure.
Right. So, nab the small one first, then we go for his bigger cousin later.
Yeah. A bear is a little harder to find in Arizona than Alaska. So would your wife compromise with you on maybe a hog hunt instead of bear? Or does it have to be bear?
For that one, for the Alaska thing, it has to be a bear.
Okay.
Darn.
Yeah.
So, but she doesn't mind me going on a hog hunt too.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're interested in hog hunting in Texas, go to Southern Night Stalkers. You can find them through my friend list on Instagram. They have a full range of services. They will take you out night hunting. They provide all the equipment. They actually have night vision and night thermal gear for the rifle.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take you out, have a great time. You go pop some piggies. They'll help you clean them and process them, throw them on the smoker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They got the helicopter too?
They don't have the helicopter.
Okay.
If you want a helicopter tour, I can arrange that. I have some contacts through the internet for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested in that, there's a company called Helibacon.
Nice.
Yes, and Helibacon, it's a little pricey, but I believe worth every penny.
Yeah.
Because my understanding is, I think they actually have the full auto.
Ooh.
The full auto option.
Ooh.
Yes, but they provide the guns, the bullets, the helicopter ride.
Yeah.
Right, and you can go pop as many piggies as you can nab with the gun. And now, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, they're talking about killing animals left and right. Well, first of all, these are not just farm pigs that we're talking about. These are wild pigs destroying farmers' properties.
Hogs?
Hogs, yes. These are wild feral hogs. They're hurting people's cattle. They're destroying farmers' property and their food and their livelihoods. And they're dangerous. They will attack humans.
Oh, yeah.
Without regard. So then when they're actually killed, a lot of this meat is actually donated to women's shelters and refugees and places like that. So
it's not just kill it and let it rot in the desert.
no, absolutely not. I mean, the meat that from these tours, the meat, you either bring it back and put it in your freezer, or it's going to somebody else's freezer.
Gotcha.
So it's going to serve people somehow. So it's with the Helibacon tour, I don't know if you can actually take the meat home from them because it is a strictly predation hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll take it and, like I said, they'll donate it to women's shelters or places like that. So
Right.
the meat is not just going to rot there on the ground. So
Good.
it's yeah.
And I speaking of wild hogs, I saw a couple videos and a picture on YouTube and the interweb a while back, and those wild hogs, they are mean and nasty.
Yes.
And they're quick too. If you're out in the desert hunting and you come up on one of those, and it decides to go after you, they're pretty quick.
Oh,
And
they're very quick.
They have very sharp teeth, and they will do some damage to you if you don't shoot it. This one picture I saw specifically, this guy's hand was all mauled up. His skin was literally hanging off of it. They had to sew up his whole hand. His leg was all mauled up, had about a 6-inch gash in it, and this dude was just tore up. I don't know if he had a gun or not, probably not, but you see one of those things and it comes after you, you kill it, because it will do damage.
if you don't have a gun and you see one of those, the best thing you can do is climb.
Yeah.
Because pigs of any breed, tame or wild, they cannot climb, and they also, like a lot of animals, they don't have that perception of height past like their line of vision.
Yeah.
Right, so it's kind of like deer. Deer don't look up. That's why hunters hunt from tree stands.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, pigs are the same way. You climb up a tree if there is one.
Yeah.
Or a car.
Mm-hmm.
And you're at least out of harm's way. Now that doesn't get you. If you're on top of a car and the car's broke down, that doesn't get you to safety necessarily, but you're at least not going to get mauled by the pig.
Yeah, you'll stay up there and he'll eventually go away.
Yeah. So, anyway, if you guys are interested in hog hunts, that's an option. I do have an option for hunting javelina here in Arizona, and obviously this is all with the right tags and licenses and stuff, but I found out one of my wife's uncles is an avid hunter down in the area of Arizona that I was just in this weekend.
Okay.
And he, I guess, is very familiar with hunting javelinas.
Oh, cool.
They have quite a few come through their farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, apparently, javelinas like pecans.
Interesting. We'll have to take a trip down there then.
We shall have to take a trip. And so, all right. Anyway, we're going to cut this short tonight. I am tired. It has been a very long weekend.
Dan was on a 3-hour drive here before he came over here, so he's...
Well, it turned in about 4.5 because we stopped and saw some stuff on the way back. So.
Oh, you didn't go see that mummy thing, did you?
No.
What is that?
The thing?
Yeah.
All right. Let's address that. Okay. If you're on I-10 east of Tucson, you go outside of it's about an hour and a half outside of Tucson.
Yeah, I would say it's between here and Tucson, like maybe Picacho Peak area.
No, it's on the other side. It's
okay.
It's going towards the New Mexico line.
So
it's between Tucson and Wilcox.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Anyway, on I-10 east of Tucson, there's this gas station called The Thing with a big question mark in it, and you go in there and they have a lot of cool stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
But don't waste your money going to see The Thing. They have a little room back there in the back of their touristy stuff. Their knickknacks, leather goods and knickknacks and whatever. Anyway, you can pay to see The Thing, and they take you in this special little room, and it's basically a mannequin that they change the clothes on it every month or two.
I thought it was like a mummy.
Well, sometimes it's a mummy. Sometimes they'll put they'll put cowboy clothes on it. I mean, it changes.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of like a seasonal thing. But anyway, it's a great gas station. They have great, they actually have a Dairy Queen in there and some other stuff. So, I mean, the gas station is fine. Just don't spend your money on The Thing.
Cool.
So,
good deal.
Anyway, yes, it's been a long weekend. Hundreds of miles of driving in a short amount of time. And anyway, as always, like, share, subscribe. Music this week was brought to you by Cole Sitzler Band. Cole is from my hometown of Inglewood again, and I'm sharing his music because I want him to be the next big country star. And anyway, I'm Dan. This is Justin. This is Tennessee Dan 887. And have a great night, people. God bless America.